Ooh, recording in progress. To see that shit?
Mm-hmm.
And you want some music?
I don't care. There you go.
Sounds better. Welcome back to the show. This is episode 56. Pick up the sticks. This is the mighty Quinn coming from the Uintah basement. It's the armpit of Utah out here in northeastern Utah. Yes, we are Utah based. I bring you my co-host, Mr. Jaycen Ostler.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, welcome. Hell. I love it. Look at this Zoom shit. This is awesome.
I know that backdrop looks like we're on the set of Chip and JoJo's Fixer Upper. Looks like a real shabby chic farmhouse, white. Aren't you cute?
It's great. Do you see my I see the damn lemons and the damn Pierre water back there, the mineral water in the background.
Yeah.
That does not say anything about us like the old Heathers movie from the 90s.
Looks like a boutique. Looks like you should be selling gourmet carameled apples and lavender oils or some shit.
Yeah, but we got the stairs, you know. God, my hands.
Oh yeah,
are
those stairs.
awful.
Yeah, those stairs look suicidal back there.
So how you been?
Oh man, it's been all right. Been good. Just another day in paradise out here in the city. Salt Lake City out here is throwing up weather temps like it just saw the highway patrol. It was like 8-9 degrees last week, 20 degrees last week. Today it was like 45. Oh my God,
damn. Wonderful. I'd rather have it warm, but
we're supposed to get fucking 60 up to 60 degrees, like I think Wednesday, Thursday, and then drop down all the way down to 50 and rain and snow for 3 or 4 days or some shit. So
yeah,
I don't know. Utah, spring, fall, winter, summer, all in a 48-hour period.
I love it. You know, we're going into the spring months. Prairie dogs are at full mast out in the fields right now, just to let you know if you want to get your 223s, 250s, and some of your 17 HMRs.
That's right. I'm coming back out. We're going to race in hell. Hopefully those badgers and my dad's neighbors haven't fucked up our good time. I doubt it they had, though. If they did, those badgers are going to be fat as a pig. They're going to be 300-pound badgers. They eat all them prairie dogs because there was a shit pile of them.
Yes.
And the hawks and the coyotes and everybody's having a good time.
Oh, the eagles are amazing right now. In the oil field, we're seeing quite a few bald eagles, golden eagles. Actually seeing a couple of osprey today too.
Fun fact about my buddy Mark that lives up in Alaska. He works for the USDA up there. He's been up there since 2000. He started up there back in 2000, and they went out on the Aleutians and was trapping the fox. So back before we owned Alaska, Russia would plant fox out on the Aleutians, and then it was a geese migration route. And so when the geese would land there, the fox would kill the geese, and it was like a food source for the fox. And then the Russians would go out there and they'd get the furs so they could plant the fox out there. So anyway, so in 2000, my buddy Mark went out. They had a deal for a number of years. They did this. They went out and trapped all the fox to get them off there to save the geese. So anyway, he's been working for the USDA out there ever since. So then he was in town doing predator control and bird control at the airports, keeping the birds, because up there in Anchorage, if you've ever been there, the airport is surrounded by water. with the float planes and all that shit. There's a lake right there. So anyway, they get a lot of ducks and different things, waterfowl. And anyway, so they go out there and they would shoot them to keep them from bringing down the airplanes like Sully. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
So he was telling me though, he goes, as great as the eagles are and as majestic as that bird is, they are a fucking nuisance in Alaska.
Oh, I imagine.
They're everywhere. They're everywhere. They eat the fish and they're like at the landfills. He goes, eagles are a pain in the ass. They're fucking everywhere. And they're they're supposed to be this big majestic bird. They're kind of they're just dicks. They're dick birds. They're the dick birds of the fucking wilderness, I guess.
Well, you get down to Mexico and you get fishing on the deep sea charters and stuff like that, and you buy live bait. But when you're coming in, they start throwing that live bait overboard because you're not going to use it and it's stagnant anyways. Well, the sea lions come in and so do the pelicans. The pelicans are, jackass. And when it comes down to it, old Quinn, he's had about 6 cervezas out there. He jumps out there on the end of the boat. I was like, I'm not giving up my fish. I'm going to hold it in my hand. I get this big goddamn pelican just come down and go, and grab a hold of my arm and try to take it off because I got the fish in my hand. Yeah. He damn near took me off the boat.
My same buddy, he was out hunting. One time we used to go hunting chuckers and grouse and stuff. Well, this time I wasn't with him, but he was out in Snowville. And I think he was after grouse that day. So anything about trying to get grouse, they're fucking hard because they'll fly on you. They'll fly up the hill.
Hard on a dog. Hard on a dog. Yeah. Chuckers the same way.
So yeah, and it could have been chuckers, it could have been grouse. I can't remember what it was.
Yeah, grouse are dumber than chuckers. So you call them mother chuckers.
Yeah,
and the grouse are just hard on dogs because they can't smell them. So I've hunted both.
So he fucking hits his chucker and he goes to get it, and about that time this hawk comes down and snags it and takes off with his fucking bird. I don't know what he did to try to prevent it, but he's like, son of a bitch, fucking hawks come down and take out my bird. Oh hell, what else has happened? That's enough about Mark Pratt, Anchorage, Alaska. Shout out to him. He doesn't listen. I've I've been finishing the bar off, putting a fresh coat of lacquer on that sucker. I've probably put 4 coats on the top of that bar. And plaster up. Nice.
My hell, I put it in my garage. And I've been running a little propane heater that I use for ice fishing. And I've had a blast just actually getting my hands back out on a project for a little while now that football's been ended. I got a couple more coats to put on it, but I will be honest with you. I woke up this morning and that lacquer drifted clear into the bedroom. It was one of those tequila hangovers that you jumped out of bed and you're like, oh, I can taste lacquer on my tongue. What the hell? Pretty
ventilated area.
Oh yeah, and it was in the garage. Which is off the side of the house. So,
oh god,
can you imagine just my brain cells yesterday just trying to put that shit on?
Oh my god.
It's coming too though, but we're going to be podcasting off of it before too long, and it's going to be a dual purpose.
I'm excited to see her. I'll bring out some whiskey. Hope you get her done by March. We'll be out there. We'll be back out there March 26th, whenever that is.
It's
birthday weekend. That's the big birthday weekend for us.
Yeah, it's for you. I'm the 11th.
Yeah, that's our
Pisces.
That's our birthday holiday with me and my sister and her 2 kids. And her 2 kids actually, my birthday used to be the 26th. It still is the son, but when we come to Roosevelt, it's the niece's birthdays because they were born on my birthday. So
hey,
I don't have
better than a
anymore.
celebration. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll be out there for that. So hopefully you can come by.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. And we will podcast the hell out of this shit, man. We are gaining numbers. We are growing. I don't know what happened. I really don't. We blew up overnight. Good God. I got feedback from a lot of people, negative, positive. And, we're going to keep going along with this and keep a positive attitude. And I'm enjoying myself. We got people that we're interviewing. I got people in the future coming up. I've got podcasts that I need to associate with. And, so this is fun. This has been a good adventure so far. Being 45, turning 46, the 11th of March this month,
Oh, God.
this is been a challenging part of my life. I guess it's midlife crisis. What do you think?
Well, unless you're going to go out and buy a Corvette and start banging 22-year-olds, I think you're a minute off of a midlife crisis. But
I'm
I don't
better
know.
than Corvettes. Yeah. I'm better than a Corvette. Firebird. No.
Oh, there you go.
Get the old IROC out. We'll rock this shit out with
take
some
the
Def
restrictor
Leppard.
plate and take that restrictor plate off the Red Dragon, give her some more juice.
God damn. I thought those were goddamn toilets back in the 90s, and look what we got now. I'd like to give a big shout out to Big Al Mortensen.
Big Alan Mortensen.
Yeah. Out there in nowhere land. Yeah, he's helping me out on some of my projects. Shout out to him. It's good to hear from you.
Arguably still one of my most favorite people. I don't know why. He's kind of a dish. I guess that's why I love him.
He's an awesome guy. And I got thinking about that. A lot of people move out of the basin and come back. And so when you move from the basin and you can't get back, you tend to want to grab a hold of the friendships all the time. But when you live here, you walk past them in the store, like, hey, I went to school with that guy. It's just like you being in, Salt Lake. Every Joe Schmo that walks past you, like, yeah, he's from the city, But no, so it is a little bit different, when you do live here. I spend quite a few hours with Alan, probably a few times a year. I've worked with him hand in hand with what his business is and my business. He's a big part of our industry out there. So yeah, good to hear from him though.
I was thinking about this. I was going to have, So last time I started to tell you, going out there to Stewart's the other when it was last time I was out there, and I was walking through the store and I ran into Tony's mom.
Okay.
And I never can remember her name. I know her name, but I just to be funny, I just walked up and go, hey, hi, Tony's mom. And she looked at me with the biggest deer in the headlights look. And it's like, well, yeah, I understand you haven't seen me in probably 30 years. It's understandable, or 20 something years. I understand that you probably don't recognize who I am, but it's just funny to see people's parents and, hey, what are you doing? And some people recognize you, some people don't. But anyway, yeah, I've actually run into a few people. And it sucks for me because like I said, I come out there and I'll run into people, and I won't recognize them. So if you're listening to this, and if you see me and I see you and I just don't recognize anybody. So that, I left and kind of never went back. And then for the longest time, when I did come back, I was always out working cows or doing this or doing that. So I never really got out and socialized much back in Roosevelt. So that's what, I see a lot of people, and if I see you and if I don't say hi, I'm not being a dick. I promise. I just might not recognize you. And then like a lot of when Facebook and all that shit started coming around, and I started remembering, old friends and this and that. The problem I had with it was all the damn girls in our class, they put their married names down on their fucking profiles. You're like, I don't know who the hell you're married to. So I know you as this name, and I know you, and so put that name on there.
Single, or yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, put your single and it's complicated on there.
Yeah, it's complicated. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it.
Speaking of single and complicated, shout out to Kevin Beach and the problem that he's having with that flagger on his job. That's all I'm going to say about that. He listens to this. Funny, he's got a predator on him.
Oh shit!
Tracking him down. It's fucking.
I got
hilarious.
one of them. I got one of them. You start a
It's
podcast,
hilarious.
you always get a stalker.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that's what happened.
Yeah,
I'm
positive, and the mighty Quinn out here is actually too nice to be. I don't want to talk to you anymore. It's just one of those. Oh, okay, all right. Well, click. Yes, I like it. Smiley face. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but I got to get more abrasive with them, I think. So.
Fame will do that to you. Fuck you up every time.
Oh, hell yeah. Sally Kellerman, a.k.a. Hot Lips Houlihan, died, huh?
I heard about that.
So
80-something years old, I guess.
Yeah, well, perfect life. You know, I mean, when it comes down to it, 80s is great. You know, you could live a good life. If you make it through your goddamn 60s with the check engine light on, make it clear into your 80s, you're doing pretty damn good, man. Viagra, whatever, you know, the retirement home that you can get into, you know, the VDs that you can get from a retirement home. Who cares anymore, you know? I mean, when it comes to
I heard that if you got Viagra and a driver's license, you're slinging dick in a retirement home. You can still drive. If you can still drive, imagine that. That's what's going to all boil down to, Quinn. It doesn't matter what you did in your life. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It doesn't matter what the hell you accomplished in your whole life. When it comes right down to it, if you got a fucking driver's license, you're still legal to drive at 85. Guess what? You're slinging dick.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you remember watching the news growing up and then all at once, MASH coming on? You're like, oh, fuck, we got to go to bed.
No. I'll be honest with you. No, my mom watched that shit at nauseum. She still watches it today. My God, my mom's. She got 3 shows: Magnum PI, MASH, and Golden Girls. I'm like, good God.
Oh, the classics.
Those shows
we grew up to that shit.
They've been off the air 30 years longer than they were on the air.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I forgot to ask you, did your dad fight in the military?
No, he didn't. He wanted to. So the story, and he never talked about this with me. He told somebody. So my dad, I can't remember which war. Might have been Korea. I don't remember which one, but I think he wanted to serve, but he couldn't because he has flat feet. That was the story. That story came from somewhere, but I
grew up with Vans shoes. Those the damn Converse that they used to wear for basketball.
Yeah, no shit. Whatever the reason. I think that's the story I got. But my uncle, all my other uncles did. My uncle Lloyd, I believe he was in the Army. I don't think my uncle that lives in Vernal did. I know. So then my uncle John, he was in the Air Force. I know that to be a fact. He was Air Force, retired, and then I think my one uncle Lloyd was in the Army. And then I had some other family. My dad's cousin, I know he was in the Army. He was in the Army also.
Oh, that's understandable.
But no, so my dad didn't. I wanted to. I kind of want, because back when we graduated, so what, 94, so that was we were just coming off of Kuwait.
Yeah.
And all those invasions.
Desert Storm.
And shit. And Desert Storm. So I remember I wanted to go in. The recruiters were at my house, and right after we graduated, and he's like, "You want to come to the military?" And
I was not I'm not going. Is the way I was.
I kind of did. I was always fascinated by the military, even little when we were younger. I mean, I remember, like my friend, like Tony and I were good friends. We've always been good friends. We always had a fascination with the Air Force and the jets and the fighter copters and stuff like that. So I always
get enough grades for it though.
I always thought about it. I talked to the recruiters, and I think my dad talked me out of it, saying, "You don't want to do that."
Yeah.
So
my dad missed the deadline by the draft by 26 people, and
Oh shit.
All of his buddies went, and so he'd send them candy bars and stuff like that in the mail. They get beat up when they got over there because shit, they didn't have candy bars in Vietnam and shit like that, it wasn't a big fascination for me, laser tag and shit like that was fun, but I wanted to make money. I wanted to work construction, do what my dad did, so jumping out of high school was just a restriction. I knew how to work. It was just landing the right job,
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I went to that and finished my other, I don't know why I went to college just to do trucking. I'll never know why. And people give me shit about it. And I'm like, whatever. Shit happens.
Nobody, that's the thing with society today. Kids are going to college and they just don't realize. I think they need to restructure college anyways. I mean, your 101s, do them when you're in high school.
College is like a fucking casino.
Yeah, it's a big, expensive hotel is what it is.
It was like I said, I've told people that before. So to me, college it was fun. I mean, I can't take away anything from the experience. It was a big fucking bar tab at the end of the day. I mean, I've got a diploma sitting right here at my desk, but the experiences that I had, the friends that I made, the things I did, what I learned. I mean, it has its purpose, but for the most part, college is like a casino. They do everything they can to keep you there, and you never know what time it is.
Yeah.
You leave out of there unless you're fit to be, doctors, lawyers, unless you're fucking smart, which I are not smart, smart enough to be a doctor or a lawyer or whatever. Maybe it's because I didn't apply myself back in the day, but I don't know. I had fun, but my college degree didn't really do anything. It would have landed me a $35,000 a year job.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much it.
Horrible. Horrible that society's that way.
Yeah. So that's why I'd promote trade schools. And people are like, what are you going to do your daughter?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with your daughter? I'll promote my daughter to be a trade school.
Oh, hell yeah. Electricians make good money.
Electrician, fucking, I don't give a shit if she goes become a diesel mechanic. There's a girl I follow on Instagram. She's a diesel mechanic. People motherfuck her over. They're like, oh, you're just this, you're just that. But I'm like, I don't give a shit. She's my daughter, and she's 3, so she doesn't know. But I mean, she's interested in. She can point out any piece of equipment you see on the side of the road and tell you what it is.
Yeah,
she's 3 years old. So, well, that's
awesome.
Skid steer. That's a mini X. That's a side dump. That's a belly dump. That's a dump truck.
Oh yeah.
She calls semis. She calls Peterbilt and Kenworth. She calls those a street beast. Because Dad taught her.
There's Dad.
Dad, look at that street beast. Like, that's right, baby. The pipe show for days.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So I would tell kids to trades. Be a trade. Trade. People are always going to need electricians, carpenters, mechanics, HVACs, you name it. Name it. If you're be a doctor, lawyer. She's also fascinated with space too, which is crazy to me. Maybe all little kids are fascinated.
It's growing. I mean, we probably were too at one time, but it's a growing thing. What if? I mean,
yeah.
You know what's crazy to me? You know what's crazy to me? Now you said something about space. We have an international space station up there. One side of it is full of Russians. The other side is full of Americans. Crazy. Just think about that. I'm not even going to input on anything, but just think about that. I imagine their poker night is great.
Yeah. Speaking of Russians, boy, they're really fucking up the world today, aren't they?
Ooh. Oh.
They fucked up so bad that people are dumping vodka out.
Yeah.
My God, you know how pissed off you got to be to fucking dump your vodka down the drain? Jesus
it hurts
Christ.
my feelings every time, man. It hurts my feelings. Do you know how expensive
my local vodka?
Vodka, yeah. by what is it? The Salt House, Brew House, whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't know. There's 1,000 of them out here now. I don't know what the hell they are. They're everywhere.
So real Russian potato vodka is actually pretty hard to find. It's not something. The vodka that we drink is actually just grains. It's just like Everclear, Tito's is not even potato. It'll say potato on it, potato. But yeah, they're dumping it in the gutters in Vegas.
The homeless people could not be more fucking thrilled about this.
Can't you just go out and give the bottle away and drink it? I mean, what are we trying to prove? That you're gonna have to buy more vodka, and you're gonna have to. Yeah, that was the thing. That was the other thing. Talking about you're dumping your vodka out. That's the dumbest fucking thing. That's like when everybody was all fucked off at Colin Kaepernick a couple years ago. Same thing.
They were burning their Kaepernick jerseys, or when they were pissed off at Levi's, and they were burning their Levi's or Nike or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like, you stupid son of bitches, you paid all this money for this shit, but now you're just going to throw it away or burn it?
Exactly.
You're fucking dumb, because now you got to replace it.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit? I don't understand that. People with their I'm not going to do this, I'm going to do that. I was like, man, if I stuck to those guns, if I stuck to that, I'm not going to listen to this person because they voted for Biden, or I'm not going to, whatever the case is. I'd be down to like 2 artists and 1 actor in one movie that I could fucking watch.
You're right.
Boring as shit.
You're right. But in the long run, you can't take any of those goddamn politics when you die. So I don't get too worked up about it, because the 80s and 90s, hell, we didn't even worry about this shit. You didn't care
we
who was voting for who. Yeah, we didn't know.
We didn't fucking know about it because none of this bullshit existed, and everybody was still friends. Now everybody's all fucking worried about if they're wearing a mask or not. And like,
we're over that, aren't we?
Oh, God, I've been over it since it started.
Yeah. Yeah. I was talking to a coworker today that shout out Caesar. Cesar, he grew up in Chihuahua, Mexico, and moved here. And he says the shit that we worry about, people are worried about living in different countries, just having a house, just having some food and some work. We're over here worried about how many different genders we have, I mean, when it comes down
oh God,
and I was like, you make a lot of sense. I mean, when it comes down to it, you guys live through a bunch of shit that is simple, I mean, for us to think about, but we're worried about what kind of taxes we're going to pay over here for camping or something like that, recreation tax. We live fat on the hog is what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Speaking of the gender thing, I was listening back to your interview with Mariah the other day.
Yeah.
And I noticed her name is Johnston, which I didn't notice that at first.
Yeah.
But my buddy Jaycen Johnston, I doubt they're related because he's from California, but it just reminded me of him.
She's from California. That's her married name. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it just reminded me of him, and he passed away. I think we told you that he passed away back in October. But anyway, when you talking about the genders, let's just call everybody fuckers. My genders, my pronouns are, your pronoun is fucker. That's what your pronoun is.
Everybody now. I've been applied. Mariah told me it's okay to call people fuckers. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're a fucker now.
It is.
It simplifies everything. It really does.
It does. It does. It sounds like a George Carlin bit, to tell you the truth. That's what it sounds like to me. Call everybody fuckers.
I love it.
Speaking of that, man, there's some fuckers that fucked up the traffic this morning. Wow, man, somebody died on 215 this morning. I'm pretty positive of it.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Wow. And speaking of Mariah and the Salty Sex Cast, we need to actually Give her a shout out to her 100th episode. That's going to be May 28th. She's actually going to do the episode beforehand, but she's doing a celebration. She's trying to invite everybody. So get out there on social media and listen to her podcast, and she will direct you in the right direction to get tickets to have a blast up there in Hopper, Utah.
Hooper.
Hopper.
Spelled Hooper.
I say Hooper.
Pronounce the way they pronounce it if they're from there, because you and I, it's one of those cities. It's like Tooele. We know how to, Tooele, Thule, whatever. You call it Hopper, Hooper, and they get
Hooper.
So,
it'll be a good time.
It's up there by Kaysville, Kaysville and
Clearfield. Yeah. Axe throwing, live band, cash bar, clothing optional. You might have a great time. Who knows? Who knows on that one? A teacher was forced to quit her job after she was caught on a hidden camera saying those conservatives, Christians, they need to die. They need to get COVID and die. What do you think about that?
She's a fucker. Just assume you can think shit. You can think stupid shit. Just don't say it out loud.
I agree. Don't make kids think, oh, I'm going to train them. I'm their teacher, and they're going to learn that this is right. The middle school teacher resigned her post at school.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah. I heard about that. She's just stupid. Just stupid.
Yeah.
Everybody's all about equality and unity and diversity and everything like that until you disagree with them. Then they want you fucking dead.
Yeah.
Well, I don't agree with this. Oh, you should get COVID and die. Go fuck yourself. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day about this. He had his brother-in-law, he caught COVID back in December or sometime around Christmas time. And so like after about 4 or 5 days being at home, he goes, I wasn't sick. And so he decided, he goes, well, I'm going to go snowboarding. What better way to get away from everybody than to go snowboarding? So he goes, everybody's wearing masks. Everybody's 10 feet away. It's fucking sub-zero temperatures. And his brother-in-law, he's like, you're just trying to kill everybody. You're an asshole, this, that. And finally, he just goes, go. Basically, says, shut the fuck up, and hung up on him. He says, well, he is a liberal from Los Angeles. And so he kind of brought it all to a point right there. But speaking of COVID tests, we're going to try this. They sent out the COVID tests in the government. Yeah. Sent them out or whatever.
Yeah.
So some friends, we were talking to some friends the other day, and they were drinking one night, and we're going to try this. And this is the story we got, and we're going to try it. And if you have them, try this at home to see if this works. But they had 3 tests, and they dipped one of them in Malibu rum. It came back positive for COVID. They dipped another one in some kind of whiskey. It came back positive for COVID.
Oh shit.
And they dumped another one in water, and it came back negative. If this is true, and I'm going to try it because we have some upstairs. We have some tests, and I'm going to try this, or I'm going to film it. And if this comes back as true, and if you watch the video, we're going to video it, and I'm going to post it. And if you watch the video, and if this works the way these other friends of ours said it works, and if you don't feel like you've been fucking had after that, then head to Ukraine and grab a gun. I don't know what to tell you, because it is. I hope this works. We were going to do it this weekend, and I think we just forgot about it, but we're going to try it to see if this is what happens. We're going to use High West whiskey, Beehive gin, and water, and see what happens. Because, like I said, that one buddy of mine, he goes, I didn't have one symptom. And I said, probably because you weren't sick.
There's been a lot of people, yeah.
Probably because it was a fucked up test.
I question it coming from Mexico. I really do. Now, I had symptoms as far as like had a head cold.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I had a little dry throat and my ears kind of ached a little bit. I mean, I don't really get big ear infection. Well, I get ear infections, but I don't get like an earache, So, but I was like, yeah, my sinuses hurt a little bit, but I thought it was from being at the beach and salt air and shit like that. But I had no idea it was shitty. Of course, I drank a lot of alcohol while I was in Mexico too.
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's what you do when you're out of town.
That's what you do. I could never be pissed off in Mexico. I ain't dumping tequila out for anything.
Oh,
I don't give a shit what Mexico does.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. That's one thing. That's one thing I've never seen, and unless I've just never seen it, I've never seen a tequila at one of these breweries here in the States. Is there a U.S. made tequila?
No, I don't think we get the agave plants here that like farms.
Oh, see, Mexico's kind of got the corner on that. I guess you could probably do it down in San Diego or something, down close to the border, Nogales or something. But I don't know.
Yeah,
those Mexico's they've got a pretty good handle on it, and I'm gonna let them keep it.
I know a few people here in the basin that have made homemade tequila.
I bet it was awful.
It was horrible. Yeah, yeah. It was. I tasted it.
Yeah, it was like, oh god, this will be good, especially if your diesel's yelled up.
I drank tequila when I was a teenager. It was one of those, drink tequila. I shoot it all the time, when you're a teenager. And then you have a bad night. It takes 10 to 15 years to get over that night. And I'm over it. I can actually drink tequila. But how I like to drink tequila now, I like to drink it on the rocks with maybe a little bit of soda.
Yeah.
But shots, I can do a few shots. That's fine. If that's what people want to do. The salt, the lime, everything in general, not my big deal. I would rather just taste the tequila, taste the cask that it was built in, I've had several different kinds of flavors of tequila too. When, we went to Puerto Vallarta, they're like, hey, we got a tequila bar. And they bring a cart over to you, and it's full of all kinds of tequilas with coffee and mint and all kinds of weird shit. But yeah, I never turned it down. I drank it all.
I've had people that say that. They go, oh man, I got drunk on tequila. I can't do. Or the people that say tequila, I want to fight. I get on tequila, I want to fight. I'm thinking, tequila is really not that strong. You read the proof on it. What is it? 80 proof or something like that?
80, yeah. It's
really not. It's
40%.
Really not that. Yeah, it's like, Jesus, calm down, man. But I've been drunk on tequila. I can't drink it. Hey, I've been drunk on a lot of shit, and guess what? I can still drink it. You'll be fine.
Same.
But
it does have that gasoline taste sometimes. It's like, oh shit, man! After you threw up, but it's been a long time since the mighty Quinn threw up.
God, the mighty Jaycen used to get way too drunk. He doesn't get that drunk anymore because he pukes a lot now, and so.
Oh yeah. Do you get the red eye where you blow out the vessel?
No, but I haven't been drunk in a while.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
You need to come hang out with the mighty
I can't remember.
Quinn. Your wife will love you even more after you hang out with me.
I think the last time I was really drunk was at your house. First time I came on out there. But the difference was I was just drinking old fashioned, so that's just drinking straight whiskey. But
you had to drive too, and there's a big understanding. We need to podcast around a campfire one of these nights where the camp trailers are all sitting around it and having.
Oh God! Somebody asked me, "Did you drive home?" It's only 2.5, 3 miles. That's fine. 1 o'clock in the morning, you could have drove down the other side of the street, not anybody. It was High West Distillery does a great drink using tequila. They mix tequila with their double rye and some kind of tequila, reposado, something like that. I know I'm not saying it right, but it's really good. It's called Dead Man's Boots on High West Distillery's page. If you like tequila and whiskey, you can take the best of both worlds, which I like to do.
Like vodka and tequila together. What do they call that? They've actually got a goddamn liquor that's like that. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, holy shit. That'll make you still shit that you already own.
Vodka and tequila. Ooh,
Yeah.
nothing about that sounds good.
No,
Sounds like suicide.
I'm gonna look that shit up right now. Yeah, that doesn't even sound good. No. Yeah, oh, there it is. Red Eye Louise.
Red Eye Louise,
Vodka.
huh?
Vodka.
Oh man.
Oh shit, man.
Yeah.
This is
All
why
right,
I'm
whatever.
broke. It says right on it. This is why I'm broke.
God, some of those drinks, so if you mix them right, like I said, if you're ever in Park City or Wanship, go check out the High West Distillery in Wanship. You can go through the distillery. They do a great brunch up there on Sundays. Or in Park City, the High West has a restaurant on Main Street that's really good.
Oh, cool.
And you get all those drinks. Oh my God. They go down so good. They are delicious. And you will get fucking wrecked. So have a dead man, get a couple of dead man's booth. They got a couple, I can't remember what they have. And then their bowl of elk chili made with chocolate. Oh, so goddamn good.
Like a mole sauce.
And they give you almost, yeah, but it's chili. It's got chocolate in it and elk meat. And then they give you a grilled cheese sandwich about the size of your face. So good. So good.
That's why I got love handles. That's why I have love handles. They're not for the holding on to.
I'm into fitness. Fitness, elk chili and grilled cheese down my throat.
You're speaking my language. So how do you feel about Sean Payton leaving New Orleans, becoming a sports analyst on Fox with Joe Buck?
Well, I heard Troy Aikman left. I don't know what he's
What the fuck? Probably retirement. The some bitch has got more money than AIDS. But
got more money than your basic religion. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't need it. I can take the year off. How'd that be?
Is that what Troy's doing, taking a year off?
I have no idea. We got to actually look into that a little bit deeper. But yeah.
Yeah, you brought it up. I have no idea what you're talking about. I knew that Troy Aikman left Joe Buck and leaving him to fend for himself, but he's been a commentator since the 90s, 94 or 7, something like that.
Always on my Niners team. I have no idea. You're like, oh, the Niners are going to suck today. And you're like, shut up, Troy. Great quarterback, but yeah, you get to the point where he's a little bit biased on his teams sometimes. You know, these guys suck today. But
well, he's not wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the bitch of it. Say what you want. He wasn't wrong.
No.
Who'd your Niners take over when did they get rid of Jimmy G or whatever?
Not yet. The big trade right now is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is supposed to go to Miami for a first-round draft pick.
Oh my God! What Aaron Rodgers ever do to deserve that?
Dude, hot weather, hot chicks. Woo! You gotta love it.
I guess that was kind of the equivalent of Tom Brady going down to Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay hasn't been great since 2002.
Yeah.
When they played the Raiders and the Super Bowl. Maybe Aaron, if he did go down there, maybe he could turn it around. I don't know. I'm not one-on-one with Aaron Rodgers like I'd like to be, I guess.
Well, you just
Payton,
announced
I don't
retirement though. I mean, if you're Aaron Rodgers,
Brady?
you're like, no, Aaron Rodgers. You're like, they're
Rodgers?
sending me to goddamn Miami. Do I want to move?
I don't know if you can still play, and if the money's right, you do anything for money.
Yeah.
Hell, you throw me some money, I'll go play down in Miami.
How much money do you need in life, though? I mean, that's the concept. He's got enough money to live forever, and his kids, his grandkids. You know, crazy.
I don't know, Quinn. I've never had that. Do you forget that I drive trucks for a living? I've never had enough money to do much of anything.
Me neither. I'm hoping to get to 55, work at the school. sweeping the
Yeah.
floors or something like that. And you're like, hey, look at that asshole over there. He's sweeping the floors. You're like, yeah, I was
Yeah.
good. I used to rule this school.
Yeah. I was thinking about, well, speaking of how I don't have too much money or enough money on hand because I'm going to work in Camas tomorrow and kind of glad of it, but because it's still February or kind of wintertime. And so if you're working your dump truck or whatever in the wintertime, this till construction season really doesn't kick off hard and heavy till May. So if you're working now, you're doing good. So yeah, I'm going over to Camas tomorrow. So that's how you know I don't have enough money to retire on. The janitor thing, I was thinking about this. I was kind of re-listening to one of our old podcasts about the kids tearing up the bathrooms and all this and that. And I was thinking about, and then tying Alan Mortensen into this. If we would have done that in our school, Marcia and I would have kicked the shit out of us.
Do you know, when I was in 9th grade in the junior high, I got strep throat. My dad had the contract to put the insulation in the new high school. So while I was on my quarantine, I got to go and insulate the tunnels of Union High School. And when I was in there, I realized that the janitors had peepholes to the girls' bathrooms.
You're fucking lying.
No. They rebuilt it our sophomore year. But I went in there. There was wrestling jerseys. There was wrestling, brand new shorts, boxes of shorts down in the tunnels.
Where were these tunnels?
Oh, they're right underneath the hallway, right there. The main hallway going clear down through Mr. Price's room, Loughton's room.
So that main drag, huh?
Oh yeah. And
I always thought that school was built on grade. I didn't think you had any kind of basement to it.
Oh, hell no. It's got a fallout shelter.
Oh.
Yeah. They've remodeled a lot of it, and the boiler room's gone.
Completely gone now.
The chimney and everything is gone, but that's where it all came from. That's where you get into the tunnels. And I got to spend my 9th grade underneath that high school before anybody else had been there. Now, yeah, there's spiders, there's prairie dogs, there's groundhogs, there's all kinds of shit. But
fucking prairie dogs under the Union. Huh?
Yeah, I had wrestling shorts from the 1970s for 10 years. My dad brought that box home. He's like, here, you want some shorts? So I had these shorts that weren't even, up to our peers at the time, It was funny.
God.
But yeah, I did learn that the janitors are a bunch of perverts. I want to be a janitor.
I'm not going to go into this.
Oh, come on. You got into politics. Let's go into the janitor side.
No, you want. Well, now that Union's got a new school, do you think they can win a football championship? I mean, it's only been 27 years.
Yeah. They're not going to. They suck.
I think that's politics, if you want my honest opinion.
Generations.
Guess what? Just because you're the coach, doesn't make your kid a quarterback. I'm sorry.
You're right. Possible. You're right. We had a different thing, but we had a coach that his kid was the quarterback too.
Who?
Ace Davis.
Not for Union, he wasn't.
Not his senior year.
I wasn't worried about it. No.
But he did go. He did go farther.
But,
so, I mean.
Well, I don't ever what happened to Toby. I heard he's a doctor. I think. What happened to him?
God damn, he didn't need to stay at Union then.
No. Toby was a good kid. I remember him from way back. I've known Toby for a long time. He was a talent. That kid was a natural talent in any sense of the word. I don't know. I wish Union would bring in somebody not from Roosevelt to coach the football team. They'd probably win one.
Yeah. They got pretty close a couple of years back, but yeah, it hasn't looked too good. I don't know if they have a bunch of kids. Hell, we'd have 200 kids that show up to football practice to try out, And now I think they're pretty limited.
I was kind of thinking about this a little bit, like when the last time, I mean, granted, that was in the 93, 94. So, but that team had played together since Pee Wee League. So everybody knew everybody. And now I wonder if, I don't know.
I threw it all off.
There.
I was from fucking Mite and me and Kevin Wilson.
I don't know because I'm not out there, but all I know is Union brought in Don Busenbark, and within 2 years he had a state title.
It was awesome.
That's all I know.
We had fun.
That's all I know. After that, I don't know what happened. All I do know for a fact is that they haven't won a state championship since. And you say they got close a couple of years ago. Well,
yeah.
Fuck. They put Union Cougars and the Dallas Cowboys are in the same goddamn genre of football. I haven't done anything since.
Matt Labram and his crew, he's got actually kids that played in college that are coaching. So they have a good crew. It's talent. You either have it or you don't.
Well, here's the thing, though, is that there's so many people been filtered through Roosevelt since then, too. So you're not getting, I don't know if you're just not getting the players of our generation where we all grew up together, where the oil field and different things have been so up and down, where people are moving in, moving out, moving in, moving out. You don't have a group of kids that started in second grade, first grade playing football, and then all the way up from the time you're 8 years old to the time you're 18 years old, you played football every fall, summer, whatever, with the same group of people. And so I don't know, but I still, like I said, I still think the coaching, all I know is they brought in Busenbark, within a couple of years they had a title. That's all I know. So we were, I think, with sophomores when that happened. So I know I think it was the first year that he coached, we went to the playoffs and lost. And then the second year didn't do shit. And then the third year won it, I think, is how that worked out.
Hell, I was on JV. I didn't make it to the playoffs.
all I know is we brought in a coach. All I know is we brought in a coach from out of town, and Booz played for BYU, so he was obviously a football. He knew football. He knew what he was doing.
Dude, he had a computer that can make our plays.
Oh,
did you sit in math class, algebra, and watch him make the plays for us? That was badass. He'd generate it, and he'd run the defense, and he'd run the offense, and he'd show your flaws. And then he'd come to practice and say, listen up. I got another one for you. Great. Now we got this high quality drawing on the board called Protista. Copy it and put it in your notes. Quit the BS and get to work. Who's that?
What?
I just gave you an impression. Quit the BS and get to work.
I don't know that one.
Oh, come on. Mike Wakefield.
Oh.
You left me hanging there, buddy.
I did. I'm sorry. I don't remember that one from Wakefield.
Great.
Oh, great. No, he used to always tell us, we'd walk into class, and I can't remember who was in the class. There was a shit ton of us. And he'd go, on Tuesdays, he goes, you got 5 minutes to talk about the game. All right. So I can't remember who was all there. But he'd give us 5 minutes because we'd be like, oh, my God, did you see this? As it Wakefield would get so pissed off at us. So then in the beginning of class, he'd be like, all right, you got 5 minutes to talk about the game. Like, all right.
I have no idea how many minutes we've been recording, to let you know. This Zoom does not give me a count. You got
I'll
it?
be close to an hour because it's 6 o'clock.
Oh.
I don't know anything.
All right. Well, this is episode 56. Where can we find you?
7 o'clock. Oh, shit, it's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Yeah.
No, you can always find me at Quinn's. You can always find me at Quinn's place.
There you go. Find us at uintahbasement.gmail.com And find us on Instagram, Facebook at the Uintah Basement. This is episode 56. It's in the books. Sayonara.